Aries, what's going on? We're here with your reading for mid-June. I hope that you're all doing well. All right, first card that we have out is Two of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. And Four of Cups. This is where feeling meets something that is being grounded. So you can have something that you're trying to do, something that you're trying to accomplish, something that you want, and taking like a step-by-step approach to make that happen. This feels like a lot of needing to tune in to what you're feeling and then execute things accordingly. Having Two of Pentacles can be a time where you need to prioritize, where you need, especially in relation to what this is that you want. Having Nine of Cups, this is connected with like the bigger picture thing. So it's not, Nine of Cups standing alone is like, I know that I want this thing, but it doesn't necessarily have like the grounded steps to take getting there. But because we have the Two of Pentacles, this is like, if I choose my steps wisely and mindfully, I'm actually going to be able to achieve this thing that I'm trying to achieve. And this isn't a type of achievement that's like, this is gonna be something that I'll get and then it will feel empty for me inside. Having it be the Nine of Cups, this is directly connected, like heartstring, to whatever this is. So it's something that if you play your cards right and you do end up accomplishing this, or you do end up getting wherever this is, or like this happens, whatever it is for you, you are going to feel internally like this really agrees with you. So I'm seeing this be a really in touch thing. So if you were wondering like, is this right? Well, like, will I be happy with that if I go in that direction? I'm seeing this definitely be a big yes for you. It feels like not being afraid to dream big or to have something that you care about or something that you're feeling connected with, because I'm seeing something that feels connected with joy for you. This can be something pleasing. It can be something that you feel like brings a lot of happiness into your life. Something that encourages you to want to be present to experience whatever this is. It's stuff that pulls you into the moment. But right now it seems like figuring things out on your way to getting there currently. Having Four of Cups can be like, I've been putting all of this energy in and I'm starting to feel a little tired now. You can feel like you're running out of gas. So now you can be questioning things like, is this really what I want? Like, do I want to keep going with this? Because you could even feel like, I don't know how much progress you've made, but your perception of it can be like, I feel like I'm still sort of just starting out. Because it's a Two of Pentacles, it can feel like I'm still in the beginning of this process. Like I'm still in the first quarter of this process. That's what it can feel like. So Nine of Cups 2 is going to be like something really grand and something really big. And so it can feel like there's a distance between like where you are and where this is going to be. And so you can be looking at that and being like, that is a really big space in between those two things. And again, like having Four of Cups here can be like, I'm feeling tired right now, or I'm feeling a little bit gassed out right now. So you can feel a bit uninspired, or you can be questioning things or feel a little bit disconnected. At the same time though, I am seeing you make an effort to prioritize what's going on internally for you and to keep making choices that are connected with that. So definitely doing right by yourself here. Making plans, this has to do with the future. I do feel like a little bit exhausted here with the Four of Cups, where maybe you just need a break, if you can take one, or you could be doing some type of self-care, or you could like be reminding yourself of like why you're doing this in the first place. You could also be too in a space where you're like, the prospect of this is great, however, the process that it takes may be a little bit more drawn out than you like things to be. So there can be a part of you that's like, oh, this thing is going to take so long for me to do. So that can be something that feels a bit not what you prefer. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing and you know how to do it. It's just about being willing to, because I'm definitely seeing this goal coming up for you. Closer than you think. It looks like this is about something that you want to stabilize within your life. Something that will feel very solid for you. I'm seeing both 9 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. So this is something that can have internal value and also external value. Like both of those things can feel important. Like physically on some type of physical level, like tangible level, it can feel important to you. And then as far as what's going on inside, like in your heart space, this can feel important to you. Both of those things. But you can feel like because you're not there yet, that you're looking at this and feeling a little bit discouraged or just feeling tired right now. I do feel like this is because of the like duration of a process. Because you have to know too, just like Aries energy within itself, right? Aries is a cardinal fire sign. So what that means is that Aries is very good at getting the ball rolling. And so you can feel very inspired and it's like having that push off of energy, but that's where like the main exertion comes from. So when you have to like maintain that, it can be challenging because like within your like modality, it's easier to just like put all of the effort into getting something moving, but not necessarily to maintain it. It depends on your chart, but just specifically talking about Aries. And so you can get like these bright ideas and be like, I'm gonna do this and be really determined and like actually start doing the thing, but then to remain consistent with it can sometimes be the challenge. Because you know, like that intensity, it can't stay that high. And you may have been like really high intensity with something and now you could be like coming down a little bit from it. And now I think the challenge is going to be to get into an equilibrium space where maybe there's going to be some type of like input and output that's somewhat equal to one another, rather than feeling like putting so much in and getting like so high up and then having to come so far down. Like to stay more in the middle is what this is feeling like. This goal that you have, it can be something that you feel very, very determined to do, but you can be working yourself hard here. This can be something that you feel very like single focused on, but I'm seeing balance be important. It's being reinforced here to do things in a way that you feel is more balanced rather than in the extremes of this. Because I'm seeing something that like you have like all of your focus on this thing, but it can be something that is feeling like, what's the best way to describe this? You know when you get so fixated on something that it's like everything else disappears? You can be feeling like that. And now the thing that had been driving you is sort of becoming an exhausting process. And so that's why you're being encouraged to come back into the middle so you don't have to do the up and down roller coaster unless you want to. Then you can keep doing things in this way, but you'll see that it's going to be like more stable if you stay in the middle. But if you want to go up and down, you may be like very, very productive or like make a lot of progress, but then like swing down and then not really do as much. And if you stay in the middle, you'll have like more of a consistency. But that's really just about a preference, the way that you want to do this. It's just a suggestion. So yeah. You could feel too like you've been in more of a like Capricorn type of energy. Meaning like hard at work with what you're doing, showing up, being as consistent as possible. getting done whatever needs to get done. All right, I'm seeing Judgment and a Tower. So this is Pluto and this is Mars here together, which can mean that you're basically, the way that you normally do things can be getting stripped down and changing and evolving so you can be more effective. Because maybe the way that you've been doing things, sometimes it gets things done, or maybe like all the time it gets things done, but you could be like, I think this could be more effective with the way that I can do things here. I want to clarify this. What are we going to use? This deck. I want to clarify this Tower and see what's going on. Just so I'm not missing any important info to let you know. If you're doing things in a way where it's solid, I think you'll be fine, but I get the feeling that if you're doing something in a faulty way, it can potentially like disintegrate. So make sure that what you're doing is stable, the way that it's getting done. I want to pull more cards on this. There's something here, but I feel like I'm getting a couple different messages about this and I want to zero in on the energy. Let's use this deck actually. It's connected with the Tower, but I'm not seeing something happening now. I'm seeing this be something potentially later, and I want to know what this is. Because if it's not something now, it means that you'll be able to have influence over this. Okay, I'm seeing something about a relationship. Trying new things, being open-minded, going to be helpful when it comes to whatever may be popping up and posing itself as a challenge. Because I'm seeing something going on between you and another person that can feel like you get caught up in it. But what I'm seeing is that being open to like new pathways is going to be an important like key piece of this for those of you that you have something going on in an interpersonal situation. All right, looks like you're putting yourself first, and this can be especially the things that matter to you, the things that you feel passionate about, the things that are important to you. I'm seeing a specific desire that you have, which can be centered around stability. It can be centered around achieving an important goal of yours, can be centered around something feeling like safe for you, so you don't have to worry about it, like that type of thing, where something feels solid. And potentially like long-term or long-lasting. Now, focus over here on Four of Cups and the Devil. The Devil is feeling more than anything like an energy that's an extreme energy. And Four of Cups is like, I'm so tired of the oscillation because it's been very, very extreme. So this is a reminder to bring things back into the middle so you're not completely depleting your energy. You can also feel like something is like siphoning energy from you as well. So it's being mindful about that too. Of what you're allowing to happen. Plans that are going to be coming up, steps that are going to be taken, you taking the time to actually reflect and analyze these things. I get the vibe with Four of Cups and the Devil that There can be certain things that you feel like you have to do, but that may not be the case. Like, you know, when you're like, you don't want to lose something, and so you already can know, like, you're not in the mood today, or you've already, like, gone past your limits, but, like, out of fear, you do those things anyway. But then it's like you feel like you're half there, like, don't even feel fully present because, like, you need to recharge. I get that vibe from this, whatever it is. So make sure that you're not getting so obsessed with something or so, like, focused on it that you forget about taking care of yourself and, like, your own well-being emotionally and mentally and physically. This feels like, because I'm seeing something where you could be feeling like, I have to do this thing and I don't even want to, but now there's this, like, really intense obligation, and you can feel like this thing sort of has power over you, or, like, control over you. Bringing this back into the center is what the advice is. I was seeing Libra on the bottom of the deck when the devil came out. So this is like, instead of being in that extreme, to bring something back into moderation, bring something back into balance. Things that are going to be happening in the near future, looking at that and breaking this down. I'm seeing if you keep going like this in the extremes of things, I'm seeing Three of Wands in the Tower, which means that stuff can really fall apart later on because you're not going to be able to continue this long term. So that's why you're being guided to bring things back into the middle with whatever this is. How you'll know what this is that you will feel like you're doing things where you're, like, already tired, or you need time to yourself, or you need a break, and you're still not doing that, like, you're ignoring it, but it's because you're, like, chasing something or trying not to lose something, or so obsessed with something that you're forgetting the other parts of you that you need to take care of. And you can feel like this thing sort of has control over you. Like, you could be in a space where, like, what choice do I have? It can be like those types of things that you're feeling with this. Bring it back into the middle. I do see this, Aries, as being a warning where if you can moderate and if you can balance and if you can prioritize, you're not going to have to go through the tower. But if you carry on in this way without correcting it and lessening the extremes of this and bring things back into the center, or, like, more balanced in general, then you're not going to have to go through the tower. So it's something that you can definitely help, because I'm not seeing an immediate tower. I'm seeing this would be something in, like, the future that would be happening. But it depends on, like, how you execute things moving forward after this point, because I'm seeing this specifically has to do with plans that you're making and steps that you're taking in the near future, and how that will impact things in the, like, a little bit further future. And if you do this in the right way now, you're not going to have to experience this tower. But you also are, like, making a lot of progress working with yourself, and you need to stay true to yourself and do what you need to do for yourself through this. Anything else? I want to clarify the tower one more time to see if there's, like, anything else that I can get from this. This can be too. Don't ignore your intuition. I'm seeing the Lovers on the bottom of the deck again. This does feel like it's associated with a relationship, something or someone that you care about. Having Two of Pentacles and having Queen of Wands is prioritizing the stuff that you need to prioritize because it's important to you as an individual. So it's also remembering, like, yourself as an individual entity moving through this, even if another person is involved. It's about not disappearing completely into things and keeping your sense of self through this. And also keeping yourself connecting with things that allow you to feel motivated and connected, and not do things that feel like it siphons your energy completely to the point where you feel, like, kind of out of it. And then you sort of just become, like, a slave to this thing, okay? I do feel like there are going to be some stronger, more checking in that's going to be happening, more tuning in and listening to what you need, and also when you've reached your limit, and also boundaries, like more boundaries is what I'm seeing. But it's going to save you in the long run. So that's why it can be very uncomfortable now, but it'll be better for you. Some of you, these are emotional boundaries that you need to set with someone so they're not siphoning your energy or like giving your energy away to a situation. Because nobody can take your energy without you giving, like allowing that, you know? So, yeah, boundaries. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here at 2020. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.